Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I have an autumn makeup look for you all. First I'm going to prime my face with the MAC Natural Radiance primer. That is such a mouthful. And then I'm going to put some tape on my eyes. This is kind of to get a winged effect on my eyeshadow. And then after that I'm just going to prime my eyelids because first of all I'm going to start with my eyes. Autumn makeup for me is all warm tones and a red lip. So that is what I'm going to create today. So starting with my eyeshadow, I'm going to take my Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm just going to set that in place just so your eyelids are clear and you've got no veins or anything showing. And then I'm going to take this colour Burnt Orange from the palette and I'm just going to put this all through my crease just as an initial transition shade. And make sure you work right up to the tape because then that creates the nice wing effect that you're going for. Don't worry about it being too neat, that doesn't matter too much because you're working with tape. So even if it does go a bit messy, you haven't done your foundation or anything, so you can just clean up afterwards.
Standing in a glass bowl at the end of a black hole, cold, lost and upside down.
Then going in with the shade Realgar, which is this kind of orangey tone. It doesn't show really orange on your eyes, but I like that. It just adds a bit of warmth. I'm literally just applying this above where I applied the initial transition shade. Like I said, this kind of reminds me so much of autumn, but it adds so much warmth to your eyes. Like I said before, don't worry about it being too neat because it does all come together at the end, especially when you take the tape off. It's just kind of getting it into the place you want it to be. Then taking a flat shader brush and MAC Fix Plus, I'm just spraying the brush just to kind of give it a bit more stickiness for the shadow to stick to. Then I'm going to take the MAC eyeshadow in the shade Red Alert and I'm literally just packing this onto my eyes. This can take a while because the shade, it is pigmented but it just needs building up. And once it is built up it does look like a full eyeshadow, so it's just kind of taking your time building this up, and I'm just doing this on both eyes once again and you'll see the result in a sec. Then taking the shade Red Ochre from the same palette. I'm not too sure what this kind of brush is, but I'm just kind of putting it in the place that I want it, which is the outer corner. And I'm just packing this on and just blending out really subtly, because if you place it on and then blend it subtly, it will stay in the same position of where you want it to. So it's kind of just easier to watch what I'm doing because it's harder to explain, but literally all I'm doing is applying it, blending it, applying it, blending it, just building it up.
Faces swirling past me, all my memories rolling vastly, cold, lost beneath the ground.
Next I'm going to take my NYX Liquid Liner. This is just a standard black liquid liner, you could use any. And all I'm doing is lining the top of my lash line. I'm not doing a wing because, to be honest, it isn't my strong point, and I think this looks just as good without a wing. So all I'm doing is I'm just applying it to the top of my lash line. This will really help when I put my lashes on, and I also think it adds a bit more to the look, so I really like how this looks. All I'm then going to do is remove a tape. You can see how much of a wing effect this gives to the eye. I really like this look. I feel like it really elongates your eyes. I think I have said that in a video before. And then all I'm going to do is clean up where maybe the tape didn't get. For me, there was one side of the eye that was a bit wonky, because if you easily just change the tape then it just makes it a bit more wonky. So all I did was just clean this up with concealer. This is just the LA Pro-Conceal even. Mine was just in the shade Porcelain, but obviously it just depends what you want. And then I'm going to apply lashes. These are the doll lashes. These are in the style Chloe Elizabeth. These are really wispy. They're actually mink lashes. I just let the glue dry before I did the rest of my makeup. For foundation, I'm using Bourjois Healthy mix. This was one of my all-time favourites quite a while ago before I discovered the L'Oreal one. But this is just as nice. It's a really glowy foundation.
All done by my own hand, I allow my feelings to become sand. Oh, if you're gonna cut me down, better do it quickly now. You can cut.
For concealer, I use the Maybelline Age Rewind, or is it called the Eraser Eye? I think it's called both, to be honest. And I just applied this underneath my eyes. I am slowly running out of this, and it did cut out as I was starting to blend this in because the battery died on my camera. Then I'm going to take the RCMA No Colour Powder. This is just a translucent powder, and I'm just going to set underneath my eyes and the rest of my face with this, just pretty standard. Then I applied my lashes and applied some eyeliner. You can use any eyeliner you want. I decided to use black, and I just applied this in my upper and lower lash line. Then I applied mascara to my lower lash line. This can be anything, to be honest. I just used the first one that I picked up. Then for my eyebrows, I used the Sleek Eyebrow Kit. I only use the wax for this because I feel like the powder is really warm, so personally I wouldn't use it as my brows are quite cool toned, but obviously it depends on what you want. I do normally use the NYX one, but I've used this again the other day and it is so good. I've remembered how much I liked it. So I'm just filling these in and then setting them in place with the e.l.f. brow gel. This is actually really good and it's so cheap, so I'd definitely check this out if you want after a cheap brow gel. That is so good.
I'll grow back again. Oh, yeah, my roots so strong.
Then taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, I use the 3 shades as I always do in all my videos because it's just my favourite. And I just contour my cheekbones, my forehead and my chin. Just everywhere really. I like a really bronzed look, and my face was a tiny bit lighter than my body because I did have fresh fake tan on. And then what I'm going to do is take the iconic London Illuminator drops. These are in the shade Original, and I just put these on the top of my cheekbones and blend them in as more of a base highlight. This is literally insane. If you've never tried it, it's literally like liquid gold. That's how the best way to describe it. And then after that, I just kind of put an eyeshadow from the Modern Renaissance palette. It works so well as a highlighter over the top. So if you've not tried that, I'll definitely check it out. Then taking the Rimmel lip liner, this is a red shade. I'll leave a link to all the products down below because I can't remember what this is called right now. And all I'm literally going to do is line my lips with this. I do take quite a long time lining my lips because I like to overline them a little bit.
Faces swirling past me, all my memories rolling vastly. Cold lost beneath the ground.
I'm then taking this red lipstick from MAC. This was limited edition, so I'm not sure if you can get this anymore. But if you can, I'll leave a link down below. This was actually from a Christmas limited edition range, so I doubt you can get it, but they might have made it permanent, so I will double check. I'm just applying this, filling in my lips, and this is such a beautiful colour. I love it. Then to settle my face and all my makeup in place, I'm using the NYX Matte Finish Spray. This is actually really good. I am actually really enjoying using this. And that is the final look. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next Friday at the same time. Bye!